ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Wednesday. Good news for our Bahamian elite athletes and executives in the various federations that fall under the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. Minister the Honorable Michael Pintard announcing that the first draft for the new subvention program is completed and assistance for all eligible Bahamian athletes is on the way.
I'm excited about the adjustments we have made to the subvention program. As you would be aware, we announced a committee of a cross-section of persons who reviewed the sports policy in general, subvention in particular. We now have a first draft, which we have had a chance to vet. We expect within the next 5 days to meet with all of the sports federation to make a general presentation and to get their final input. Most of them have already been consulted, but there are several federations who have not yet given their point of view on it. And so we're excited to finally be moving this process forward.
Now that the Bahamas Bodybuilding and Fitness Federation National and Novice Championships will be held in the place where it all started, the Malia Hotel, President of the Federation, Joel Stubbs, believed that the fan support will increase.
We have the likes, like Mr. Robinson said, of a lot of newcomers, which is very exciting to hear. A lot of new persons in the men physique category, women's bikini category, and also women's bikini wellness, which is some of the build that you'll probably see a lot of the Bahamian women are favorable of having. I'm expected to see a real nail-biting standoff, showdown in those different various categories. I understood the physiques are very extreme and very much balance, shape, a lot of density. And of course, with all that being said, I'm hoping that these individuals can, sum up to the program and bring their best to have us, all night just cheering for them and giving them all our support.
And if you're wondering exactly how the bodybuilders are judged, here's Charles Seeley, head judge for this weekend's event.
Of course, each category has a set of requirements specific to the category, but there are some universal principles that we look at with each category. One of the things, the first thing the judge will do is watch the person as they walk on stage. And so really and truly judging for us begins from the moment the person walks on stage. And we judge from the top of the head to your toenail, basically. And that includes both the presentation and the smile and the way you manage your face. We look at certainly the body in different dimensions, and so we cut the body in half, both horizontally and vertically. And we look to see that there's symmetry, that depending on what division it is, that the mass coincides with that particular division. And then, of course, when persons have to make particular positions, we would judge the muscle development when they move into the various positions. And so the athletes in all of the divisions will have an opportunity to pretty much do a 360 for the crowd, but it's also a 360 for the judges, because we want to see the full muscle development of the individual.
Triathlons are usually an individual sport, but at the Bahamas National Championships, the organizers made sure everyone was involved. One fun way was a relay in Sunday's event, and that was truly a family affair. Just ask the mother-daughter team of Georgette and Kalia Albury and the father-son duo Caden Mott and Kimwood Mott.
We decided to do a triathlon last year this time, and I'm happy that we did it. The run was very hot, it was humid, but it was a good run.
I always like to do the open water swim, so this is a great opportunity for me to just get back and feel the water, and I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I was happy that we were able to be on the same team together.
Well, I did the run. I was a part of the relay. My son swam for us, and Patrick Paul, he rode. They had a bit of a weather issue, so we actually did the road instead of the track, and I prefer the road actually. It was a bit uphill on the way out, but coming back, it was downhill, so I was able to pick up my pace a bit. It got a bit hot, but it felt really good.
It felt good going out, but I had a problem seeing the buoys, but overall I felt like it did good.
After years of watching the game from the bench as assistant coach of the men's national basketball team, Wade Watson will now lead the women's national squad. Executives of the Bahamas Basketball Federation officially named Watson as head coach of the women's team on Tuesday.
I got a big shoes to fill. I'm coming behind Coach Yo. But one of the things I'd like to do is to see if I can establish a strategy. Not really established, but inculcate my strategy based on the way I've been coaching for years with the national team. What I've been doing a lot of is studying the teams that we're supposed to play in the next tournament, and just to see exactly the way they play. And hopefully I want to develop a strategy that will be able to counteract and combat their style of play.
That's all the time we have for sports. I'm Kelsey Johnson.